Hello and welcome back to Paulie Abides. I'm continuing with my music projects. I've been able to do quite a bit of stuff offline this morning. If you caught my last couple of videos, you'll know I'm working around a sort of Kanban framework for building tracks, and I'm working on 3 tunes at the moment, and the one I've been concentrating on today is the 160 BPM Duke Footwork track. I took a load of 808 samples yesterday off my own MC303. They didn't turn out to be too great in the end, so I decided to change them up, and I've gone with some 808 samples from Mars guys. They're really great samples. If you get a chance to check them out, I really would encourage you to do so. So where am I on this track at the moment? I'll bring up my Kanban board for it. So yeah, this is track 2 in the 3 that I'm trying to make. 160 BPM, Duke track, built around an 808 kit. I did have the Dusty Fingers 12-inch samples that I was going to use for some jazz sounds, but I didn't actually get anything off that in the end. I did manage to get a repetitive vocal sample from one of the hip-hop scratch records, which has turned out to be quite good. But the things that I've got complete so far are the kick, snare, claps, rim shot, hi-hats, cowbells, the jazz sounds that I got from some other record, and I've been able to do a fast part and a slow part as well. And I'm kind of finishing off the arrangement with the intro, the main drop, breakout, second drop and outro. There are some analog zaps in there as well, and I haven't got to the serum wobble just yet. That's still sat in the backlog. So how does all this actually look in Reaper? Let's take a look, and I'll play you a bit of it. So we're in Reaper now, and I was able to build the main loop for the track in my Sketchpad. If you saw my Reaper config video, you'll know how I'm working with Reaper. So let me play you a bit of the kind of main idea that I came up with. I'll mute the bass initially, play you the drums. So that was just a case of getting all of the drums programmed in. Then I've gone to a halftime section. Everything's slowed down. We've got the jazz sound coming in. And this I was able to chop up and reverse and edit it around and stuff. And the bass is pretty intense. I'll play you this. It's just a straight up Duke track. Depending on what you're listening on, you may or may not be able to hear a lot of that. If we look at it in span, we can see that the bass end goes down to around 45 Hertz. It's 2 notes. And then I was able to build up the whole arrangement by dragging all the parts over to the left here. So back over at 1, this is the intro. Starting off with the jazzy sample, some sort of halftime hi-hats. Got the vocal kicking off, snares. You can see that it's just the main loop, but with things cut out of it. And I decided to bring the bass in early, just before the first drop. If you're listening in headphones, you should be able to hear that bass. And then it just goes into the first drop. I've lowered the volume of the jazzy sounds. Got claves going on triplets, and I also edited my toolbar so I can put in triplet settings on the grid. So yeah, that's going pretty well. I now need to do the same sort of thing for my breakbeat track. I've got all my breaks lined up in the file. So tonight we're going to go in and do some breakbeat editing. I think I've got the main body of this Duke track established now, so I'm not going to do any more fine tuning on this. I'll probably leave that for tomorrow. Yeah, so let's get stuck into some breakbeat editing. Yeah, I'll tell you what, let's call it there. I'm gonna save this video and post it, and I'll do a second video for all the breakbeat stuff, and we'll keep this just for Duke. So see you on the flip side.